Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It is the first day of the lockdown here in South Africa, and I'm with a very special person. Kayli Joshua, say hello, Kayli. He's very busy with his letters, and we would like to do something special. Say hello. We would like to do something special for all the children out there. We were thinking of the kids gang and all of our friends at school that maybe want to hear a story. So Kayli Joshua is joining me today. We're going to do a special story. He has chosen the story from this awesome book, Bible Stories in 5 Minutes. And the story that you have chosen is The Boy and the Giant. And this story is about a little boy named David and the amazing things that God did through David's young life. So, if you'd like to join us, get ready to listen to our story. Here we go. The Boy and the Giant.
Read on.
I am reading, baby. And this is from 1 Samuel 16 to 17. This is the story of a young shepherd boy who faced a mighty giant, and of how he trusted God to save him. Okay, let's get into it. The Israelites wanted a king, so God gave them Saul. Saul was a good king at first, but then he began to disobey God. You have a look here. So God decided to choose a new king. Go to Bethlehem, God told his prophet Samuel, and find a man named Jesse. I've chosen one of his sons to be Israel's new king. I'll show you which one. So Samuel traveled to Bethlehem. After seeing Jesse's oldest son, Samuel thought, surely he must be the new king. But God said, no, it isn't him. You can only see what's on the outside of a man, but I can see what's in the inside of his heart. So Jesse brought his next son to Samuel, and his next, and his next. 7 sons paraded before Samuel, but each time God said, no. Do you have any more sons? Samuel asked. So Jesse sent for his youngest son, David. And David was out tending his sheep. When David came, God said, he's the one. Anoint him. Samuel took a horn of oil and poured it over David. And from that day on, the Spirit of the Lord was with him. But the Spirit of the Lord left Saul, and an evil spirit came to trouble him. Music will help you feel better, Saul's servant said. Let us find someone to play the harp for you. One servant remembered that David played the harp and sent for David quickly. Whenever the spirit came to trouble Saul, David would play his harp and Saul would feel better. So David traveled back and forth from watching his father's sheep to playing his harp for Saul. Now Israel was at war with the Philistines. The Philistine army gathered on one hill while Saul and the Israelites faced them on another hill. The Philistines had a warrior named Goliath, and he was a giant. He stood 9 feet and 9 inches tall. His armor weighed 125 pounds. He carried a huge bronze sword and a spear with a heavy iron point. Whoa, look at that giant.
Where's the iron point?
There it is, the iron point of his spear. One day Goliath marched out and shouted, "There's no need for all of us to fight. Choose one man to fight me. If he wins, we'll be your servants. But if I win, then you'll be our servants." Saul and the Israelites were terrified. No one wanted to fight Goliath. Oh dear. Every morning and every evening for 40 days, Goliath marched out and shouted his challenge to the Israelites, but no one dared fight him. Jesse's 3 older sons were at the battle with Saul. One day, Jesse told David to go and check on his brothers. David reached their camp and found his brothers just as Goliath came marching out. He listened to the giant shouts and then watched all the Israelites tremble with fear. Who is this Philistine to challenge the armies of the living God? David demanded. King Saul heard about what David had said and sent for him.
David.
That's David.
Why is he not so strong?
No, because he's got Saul's armor on. Let's listen what's going to happen. I'll fight this Goliath for you, David told Saul. You can't fight that giant, said Saul. You're just a boy. But David said, when a lion or a bear attacks my father's sheep, I grab it by its fur and strike it down. This giant will be like one of them. God saved me from the lion. God saved me from the bear, and he'll save me from Goliath. Saul agreed and let David fight. Listen, Kayla, Joshua, this is why he's got all the armor on. He let David fight and even gave him his own armor to wear. David strapped it on and tried to walk. I can't even walk in these, he said, and took them off. Instead, David took his own staff and sling. Then after putting 5 smooth stones in his pouch, he set off to face Goliath.
How does A look like?
I'm going to show you now your letters, okay? Almost done with the story. Look what David's going to do. Here's the giant. David is ready to fight Goliath. Are you ready to find out what's going to happen, Kayla? Let's hear. When Goliath saw David coming, he shouted, "Am I a dog that you come to fight me with sticks?" But David said, "You come to fight me with a spear and a sword, but I come to fight in the name of God, and he will hand you over to me." David ran toward Goliath. As he ran, he slipped a stone into his sling. Round and round and round and round and round went the sling. And just as that moment, David let go, and the stone sailed through the air. It hit Goliath in the forehead, and he fell face down on the ground. He did it! When the Philistines saw, good job, that their hero was dead, they ran away. The Israelites gave a great shout and chased after them. And that was how God used David, a young shepherd boy, to defeat the mighty Goliath. In David, we see a picture of courage and faith in God. We also catch a glimpse of the coming king who no one would have expected or picked to win the victory, Jesus. Because he died and rose again, he is mighty to save. You will have suffering in this world. Be courageous. I have conquered the world. We'd like to leave you with that awesome story of David and Goliath. Be encouraged. Remember, God knows how to fight all of your battles. So let's just put our faith and our trust in him. Say bye, Kayla. For next time, we'll see you soon.
Bye.